Okay, Shalom, Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Koholoimla, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakahakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth. And just want to say, Pawada to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yah Chanan Nawaf, just coming at you with another quick lesson and praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. And I came across this short video on in the Newsbreak app. And, I'm just looking at this little happy Edomite family. They got a new baby girl, that's, this woman had. And, they're just a happy family, Then it dawned on me, I'm thinking to myself, like, this type of happiness that they have, they didn't see us like that. They, when they were snatching away our children and selling them to plantations over here, where they were snatching away our babies, just doing all manner of wickedness to us, during slavery, and still to this very day, having that perpetual hatred towards us. And, it just dawned on me, like, the things that they're really going to have to pay for, and it's going to come on them double, but I'm going to play this quick little video, and you're going to see how happy they are, and just ask yourself, why didn't they look at us as being happy, to have our children, or, happy to be a family? They looked at us as animals, savages, property, that they was able to just, take our children and literally just do what they wanted to do with them. So imagine, do a role reversal right here real quick, and imagine this being done to this family. Now check out this video.
Mommy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, someone's here to see you.
Okay, so see, there you have it. You see that? Now, can you imagine some so-called black people running up and violently snatching those kids from her arms or his arms, and you having absolutely no might in your hand to do anything about it? You crying your damn head out. That's how our women were, and our men. Crying hard as shit, man. But the scriptures talks about that. We had no might in our hands. And that was because of those curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28 for, our disobedience. And also just prophecy. But see, these people have that perpetual hatred towards us because of that birthright and because of the blessing. So let me grab this real quick. Well, let me get Galatians 6 and 7 real fast to set this, because they're going to pay for what they done. Because there's a such thing as reaping and sowing in the earth. You sow, you reap what you sow. Galatians 6 and 7, be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So now the nation of Esau is a man that became a nation. And as that nation grew and prospered, they became what the Bible would call the Edomites. So that man and his seed, they all have to pay for what they've done, And you'll have some that say, oh, well, it wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything. I wasn't in that time period. But they don't understand, that there's a such thing as reincarnation in the scriptures. And they were back there in that time. But that's another lesson. But let's get this real quick. Job 34, Salakia. Let's go to 34 and 29 to prove that the Lord, he deals with nations of people. Job 34, when he giveth quietness, who then can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against a nation or against a man only. So as a nation of people, they enslaved us as a nation of people. And the Lord actually done that through those people because of a punishment. But that doesn't mean that they're going to get away with what they've done. Now let's go off into Isaiah. And I just wanted to just get that visual. Just imagine those children being violently snatched from them the way that, you know, they would be fucking on their knees, screaming, crying, and begging like how we were. So they're gonna have to pay, man. It just is what it is. They're not getting out of that punishment. Isaiah 14 and 21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So they can say what they didn't do. It doesn't matter. They're still living off the benefits of what their ancestors or their forefathers done. So they're going to have to pay for that. And it's going to be gruesome, man, because the scripture talks about giving them double. Now, this right here is what, you know what? Let me get another one. Let me get Ezekiel real quick, and I'll get this last precept. I didn't want to keep it long. I just seen that video and was like, yeah, hey, just imagine the alligator bait. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine, all the whippings, the hangings, the grapings, the real sobbing of your child being taken away from you and sold to a whole nother plantation owner in a whole nother state, and you never seeing that child again. You always have in your mind, like, what happened to them or what's wrong, if anything, are they okay today? Are they still alive? You grew old, you grew gray hairs, and you were still working in those goddamn fields, being beaten, treated like shit, worried about whether or not your child had lived, which, it was a good chance that, because they knew how vicious these people were, and there was a good chance that, that maybe your child didn't live. Or is he older? Would he have children himself now? Or would she have children? Where's she at? What plantation? See? These people have a lot to pay for, man. Ezekiel 35 and 5, it says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, and the time of their calamity, and the time that in a time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord. So this is not going to be on us. This is going to be what the Lord is going to do. I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So it's going to be a great time of weeping for these people. And we're not going to feel sorry for them, because the Lord is going to place a spirit on us to give them that double that he wants them to have. And this is Psalms 137. Let's start at verse 7 here. It says, remember, O Yahweh, the children of Edom, in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. So these people have been, on our heads for a real long time, even from the days when we were in Jerusalem. O daughter of Babylon, who art to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewarded thee as thou hast served us. So we're going to be happy to reward them like how they rewarded us. The Lord going to place that spirit on us to be that way. Verse 9, happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Because that's what they were doing. They were, grabbing up Israelite babies, grabbing them by the ankles, swinging them, against rocks and shit, and just bashing them, and they just splattering, real brutal. Cutting the babies out of our women's stomachs, man. This man's got a very brutal history. They just celebrated, what was that, Columbus Day? What was it, a day or so ago, or whatever that bullshit was. Hey, that man was vicious as hell towards our people. But they celebrate him. And they get mad when you're talking about taking down those statues and shit. You got, universities named after this man. You got cities named after this man. They gave that vicious motherfucker a day for what he done to us. And then you know that you're still living amongst these people because you have these Edomites that get mad when you speak on those things. They don't want nothing to do with it. Then they really actually get pissed about you speaking on the shit that they done. So when we're out on the highways and byways and we're teaching the Bible and we read scriptures like this to them, that's when they want to get to talking about how they had nothing to do with nothing. I didn't have anything to do with that. We don't own no slaves. No one's a slave today. No, we're still in this man's hands 500 years later, because none of us can leave without his permission. Imagine trying, they say it's 40 or 50 million of us here in the Americas. Imagine all of us just getting up and just trying to leave this landmass. They prefer to bomb us first. They would prefer to kill us than to allow us to travel outside of this or go anywhere and try and make something of ourselves. No, they feel as if you're their fucking property, and you got to realize that. So when it straight comes down to it, let's get because they're gonna become property. Remember, the scriptures talks about reaping what you've sown. So let's get Revelation 13. I'll start at verse 9. It says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. See? You taking a nation into captivity, you going into captivity. And they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear actually that, because it really worries them and bothers them that, well, what if these are the children of Israel? What if these really are the people of the Bible and the things that we've done to them? What's going to happen to us? Hey, that shit haunts a lot of them, man. When they hear the brothers out on the highways and byways and they're getting their judgment, it haunts them, man. They don't want to. Because they can't fathom that shit. They know the type of things that they've done to us. Now they trying to erase the shit out of these history books and doing all. But the Lord required it to pass. The Lord know what happened. You're not about to. You don't think the Lord got a recording of that? You crazy? You don't think the Lord knows what you done? I had nothing to do with it. But let's get another one. It's also in Isaiah. Yeah, man, brutal times is coming, and you can see that this place is falling. We're in the midst of the fall of this man. Let me start at verse 1 here. Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were. And they shall rule over their oppressors. See? This is what's coming. This is what's coming to the Edomites, man. And we can't wait. But like I said, again, it's going to come a point where the Lord, he's going to have to place that spirit on us to actually be in that mode. We're going to have a truly righteous spirit when the Lord put them laws, statutes, and commandments on our minds and our hearts. We're going to rule with complete righteousness, and it's going to be complete righteous anger. And we're going to be imagining, man. We're going to be inventing ways to make these people suffer. And that's scary to them because, hey, you got to realize these people came up with a lot of wicked inventions, man, to make us suffer, whether it was physically, mentally, and they're not done with us. They're still doing the same shit. So now that they see that their kingdom fallen, they're going to come down with great wrath, and you're about to see them do some more shit. They're not done yet. Scripture talks about how Jacob's trouble, man. Hey, it's going to be like a time that's never been seen in the earth, man. These people are going to really rile up and really get down real dirty. They're going to have their last hoorah of dirtiness. So when we get our turn, and when we get our lick back, it's going to be ugly, man, for their asses, man. But anyway, like I said again, I seen this video, and you see how happy they are. Oh, that's your baby sister. You don't think that we have families like that, man, and them coming in and The little boy, this little boy right here. Let's go back.
Mommy, are you ready?
Yeah.
Hey, someone's here to see you.
Mommy,
See that little boy? When our little boys got this size right here, he was already in the field. He was in the field right alongside daddy and mama, as long as they was together, being taught how to pick damn cotton, man. He was in the field. Our kids at this age, they were in them fields, man. Working harder than a motherfucker from sun up to sundown. Little fingers all pricked up and shit. You know, from the thorns and shit in the cotton. They didn't have no pity on us, man. And because they've had no pity, they're not going to be shown any. They've had no mercy, they're not going to be shown any. And our people, they'll hear something like that, and they'll be like, oh, well, that's so wrong. Why would you want to do that? That wouldn't make you no different than them. All right, well, hey, take that shit up with the Lord, man. You can take that up with the Lord, man. We're going with the scriptures. We're not worried about you and your damn emotions. All you emotional ass, simped out ass Israelites, man. Because these people don't give a shit about you. They still have you in captivity to this very day, taxing the shit out of your ass on a week-to-week basis, sending your money to places like Ukraine and Israel, instead of allowing you to keep your money in your damn pockets in your own neighborhoods. Sending motherfuckers like Kamala out to coerce you or to enchant you or trick your ass into being even further oppressed. You trusting in your damn oppressor, man. The Lord gonna give a lot of you the business too. For real. 2/3 of Jake gonna get a lot of business too, because they're not gonna want to give up on Massa. See? They love Massa. They love the oppressor. So the Lord got something for you too. Anyway, I'm gonna end out there. I pray that this lesson was edifying. Kwame Yashala and the Baba Ball.